heard a song that you think is really shit? A song that makes you wonder how did that become a hit? Sometimes you need to hear a discussion about that in regular podcast format. Well, there's a lot of bad songs that we're gonna attack. 1,001 steaming piles of crap. I'm telling you the truth, you know that we don't lie. Here's 1,001 songs that make you wanna die. Oh.
And now, here's your hosts, Zav, Bevo, Dan, and Chibbsy. This is 1,001 Songs That Make You Want to Die, the podcast where we try to critique songs without being disrespectful. Except today we are doing Sexy Bitch by David Guetta featuring Akon.
Never seen before. Nothing you can compare to your neighborhood. Oh, I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl without being disrespectful. The way that booty moves.
We'll start this off and just all get on the same page. All right. Firstly, how do you say it? Is it Guetta? Is it Guetta? Is it Guetta?
I looked it up. I actually Googled. I've Googled it 6 times today. David Guetta pronunciation, because I forgot each time.
That whole wording of the sentence was so bad.
Yeah, whatever I read didn't seem right, and then I started saying something else, and so I went, I better Google that again.
Yeah,
I've been drunk most of the day, to be fair, but it's Guetta.
All right, Guetta. I just want to know what to. I want to know what to call him. Because I'm going to say...
Let's call him Dave.
Dickhead Dave.
Yeah. DG. Call him Pierre.
All right, so...
Which is his real name, ironically.
I was unaware of this song until we looked this song up recently for the podcast.
Fuck off,
no, I'm serious.
You know this song.
Absolutely. I've never, ever heard this song, which is...
Why do you have a Sexy Bitch tramp stamp?
No way you haven't heard this song.
Hey, that was our secret.
You know it's the same song as Sexy Chick, right?
Oh, now that I've heard. No, I've not heard either. It's different. Again. Look, I looked this song up, heard it, watched the film clip, and you know that scene in Reservoir Dogs where Mr. Blonde cuts off Kirk Bolt's ear? You know that bit?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Well, I listened to this song and I envy that guy. I think to myself, I don't fucking want ears anymore.
Oh
this is the worst thing I've ever heard. I've heard a lot of bad things. Yeah, I've heard animals die.
All right, let's go straight to the rating.
I've heard dying. Yeah.
The worst thing you've ever heard was this song.
The worst thing I've ever heard.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, so should we go into the lyrics then?
I'm curious to understand why you think it's the worst thing you've ever heard.
That's right.
Man.
Okay.
I know why I think it is, but yeah. But
I've already forgotten all of the verses.
Yeah.
No, there's only one, isn't there? It repeats.
Sorry. Yeah. Times 2. But I thought the chorus had quite the hook. Quite the hook there.
Look,
she's nothing like the girl you've ever seen before. Nothing you can compare to your neighborhood whore. I'm trying to find words to describe this girl without being disrespectful.
Okay, I feel like we could probably have a system here on this show where we decide, are these lyrics that are good or bad? And it should just be that if you say it without the music, does it make you shake your head and laugh and think, that's fucking stupid? Because that line is fucking stupid.
It is stupid, but it does make sense when you bring it into the context of how this song came about, where Davo and Akon,
Dickhead Dave,
they basically just met backstage at a festival, coked out of their minds.
Yeah, look.
That's editorial.
And ended up in a studio the same night writing this song.
Well, did you see that there's 5
with
songwriters for this song?
The 5 other people.
There is.
God.
And keep in mind, there's 5 songwriters.
Someone had to be supplying the coke.
They're like, we'll give you coke, but you give us songwriting credits.
5 songwriters, 3 producers. So the songwriters had nothing to do with the production of the song. 1 verse.
Does that sound like a songwriting session to you, or a drug binge?
Yeah, it sounds like a drug.
You
binge.
got no. You've got it all wrong. You've got it all wrong because what you don't understand is there's two versions of this song. So there's 5 people, and they've actually written this song twice to make it safe for radio version. What you don't understand? You don't understand that they had to change a whole 3 words in this song to make it better for radio. And quite frankly,
do you
you're
know how
being
many
disrespectful.
versions of this song there are?
Sorry.
Do you know how many versions of this song there are?
Yes, I do. I do know how many there are.
Several.
There's 24, isn't there?
Because I counted them.
Yeah, is there 24?
24.
Yeah.
24 versions of this song. Just because one's not good enough,
Yeah.
we need at least another 23 of these, hey?
Oh, man.
Yeah. Well,
So here's the thing, right? So they're comparing neighborhood whores. So
There's one in every
mean-
neighborhood, according to
well,
this.
that's right. So every neighborhood has a whore. So are they saying that this chick, like, is just a whore, or is she the best whore ever?
or
is
is
that-
she better than your whore? Like, she's nothing that you can compare to your neighborhood whore. Because, like,
Yeah.
we got better whores in our neighborhood.
That's right. Yeah.
But
There's
how does
also-
he can't know every neighborhood hall. Like, that's kind of...
No.
You're
Well,
lying.
no. There's only
Presumptuous.
one. There's only one every
Uh.
neighborhood. It's not whores.
Just,
Whore.
yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a rumor that she's low down too. So
So I also like this. He doesn't want to be disrespectful. So just to really chuck the nail in the coffin here, the next lines that come up is, "Damn, girl. Damn, you're a sexy bitch."
Use a sexy bitch.
Yeah, look, we're gonna stay with this for a sec because there's so much in each of these lines that
Unpack it.
we need to unpack. I think we've hit our first real. I mean, I think what's her name? The woman. What was the woman that we did where she was very impressed with things?
Shania.
Twain.
I feel like we unpacked
Sharon
those.
Twain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has a twino.
Yeah.
Yeah, we unpacked that. So anyway, let's do that again. So I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl without being disrespectful. Obviously preceded by the line, "Nothing you can compare to your neighborhood whore." Like, if you don't want to be disrespectful, you just failed. Because if you're describing anyone ever and you don't want to offend them, just don't use the word whore in the
bitch,
description.
really.
Like, you don't do that. You know, is that your mother-in-law? Yeah, she's my mother-in-law. She's not a whore. You're like, and it's like, you say, no, I said she's not a whore.
He did say that he's trying to not be disrespectful, but I think she's such a whore that he's incapable of finding any other word for it.
Yeah.
So I actually...
In a good way. In a good way.
Just don't say that word, though.
I did a fair bit of like background, not really
fair bit.
into this song itself, but into the minds of consumers for music. So I found on a website, I can't remember the website because it's like from the internet. So like, what's the point of even referencing it? Because it's probably not true anyway. But 89% of people that were surveyed in some random survey that happened a few years ago, 89% of people Googled the lyrics to songs that they'd heard on the radio. Right. So this
do that.
song had a radio edit, which changed all the bad words. If you Google the lyrics to this song,
Too chick.
if you Google the lyrics to this song, original lyrics.
Yep.
Nothing's
straight
been
up.
changed. However,
Yep.
in the song when you're hearing it, instead of bitch, they're saying chick, obviously. They're not changing the word sexy though. So I looked into the word sexy itself. And,
What does that mean?
And found out, I wanted to find out if the word sexy was still considered a bad word, a curse word. And thanks to the online forum mumsnet.org, states that sexy is definitely a swear word still regardless of them changing bitch and whore. But yeah, again, it doesn't really matter anyway, as the lyrics online are still the original ones. So
Yeah.
That's what
Google
that's what
Google
makes
don't care.
That's what makes it funny is that like It reminds me of when I was over in the States and I was watching, I think it was an episode of Breaking Bad, and this is a show about dealing drugs and murder and deceit, but they bleep out the swear words.
Mm.
It's the same kind of thing.
It's really, really interesting.
It is.
Americans.
Yeah.
Throwing the baby out with the bathwater.
I was getting furious when I was trying to find it on YouTube to see the video. I'm like, it's not sexy chick, it's sexy bitch.
Yeah.
Like, that's what David Akon wrote the song. I've Googled it. That's it.
You're that guy that comments in 20 years when you find it and go, finally, I found it.
I finally found it.
After years of searching.
Who's listening to this in 2020?
Yeah. He kept Googling the words neighborhood hood. He's like, neighborhood hood. Oh, it's whore. I swear I could have heard hood.
So the lyrics, look, there's so much to say about the lyrics.
Before and hood don't rhyme.
Yeah. Your neighborhood hood. Yeah, so more on the lyrics. There's so much. Let's keep moving. We've got
I've got a favourite lyric.
Yeah, what's yours?
Have to stop what I'm doing so I can pull her close. Was he writing the great American novel?
Have to stop what I'm doing so I can pull up close.
But yeah, so some versions said pull up close, which is even funnier to me because he's probably driving in his car.
Well,
he's doing a piss and he's like, oh, got to stop, hang on, got to stop, pull him up.
He says, I've got to stop what I was doing so I can pull up close. Like, what were you doing? It sounds like, going off the lyrics before, you were just having a perv. That's all he's doing. He talks about her booty. She's standing there. He's staring at her. And he's like, I've got to stop what I'm doing.
I shall no longer perv. I will act on the perving.
He was doing some kind of painting or something like that, and he sees her and then has to stop what he's doing so he can pull her close.
It's obviously writing poetry.
He was just having a mad perv. And who is this? Is this Akon having a perv or David Guetta having a perv?
I think it's David that sings this part and Akon does the other bits, I believe.
David ain't singing shit.
I'm pretty sure Akon sings it all. David just gives him the beat that sounds, or the song that sounds exactly like Tainted Love. I don't know if you guys picked up.
Yeah, got the same chords.
Like
I did watch a live version of this. I always like to watch a live version to see if the comment section's a little better than the music video.
Was the live version that you watched the where was it? Lopez 09?
Possibly. It's like a big stadium crowd kind of thing, and he keeps turning the music down so they can sing the words. And all the comments are about how he's literally just pressing play on his CD player. Well,
I'll get to like music video comments later, but yes. Yeah.
All right, what about this one? What about this line? She's nothing like a girl you've ever seen before. So, all right, that sentence is far from true because I'm sure she has features that are similar to girls
she has two eyes,
seen before.
A face.
Yeah. Like, does she have a head? Does she have ovaries? Like, if she's got those, then she's similar to girls we've seen before. Like, you can't just say she's nothing like girls we've never seen. Like, that's a big claim.
It's like the Carl Barron joke when he's like, "You've got no ass," and then he farts. It's like, it's no. I have seen women before, so she is going to be the same. Okay, so settle down, son.
It's like you see this woman that he's talking about. I guess, see, nothing like any woman you've ever seen before. You're just looking at her going,
"What? She's got a weird growth on her face, or
yeah." Oh, she's got 8 legs.
She's like the elephant man. She's like the elephant man or something. It's just like it's only been one of them before, and he died in 1936. So this is very original.
What about the first verse here, or the first part of the first verse of the only verse? Every girl in here want to be her. Oh, she's a diva. I feel the same, and I want to meet her. So, does he feel the same as every girl? He wants to be her as well. Or?
Yeah.
I've literally written down the exact same note.
Yeah,
so is he a diva?
Yeah.
Is that what we're trying to get to? He's basically like Mariah Carey in Guys' Clothes.
He's a bit confused, old Akes.
Very confused.
Yeah, the
Very
exact same note.
Yeah. I mean, it's not his first language, but you know, he's having a crack. He got whore right.
Yeah.
I also had here that there's a lyric there. There is a timer. She is low down.
Dubby Energy has declared war on Big Energy, who probably support ISIS. If you want an energy drink with no maltodextrin, no artificial colours, and no kickbacks that fund insurrections in the Middle East, then look no further. So head on over to dubby.gg and use the promo code 1001songs, that's the number 1001, for 10% off price of purchase. And remember, kids, if it's not Dubby, it's ISIS.
طويلة من الجهاد والصبر.
There's a rumor. This is what I read. She's a rumor.
Yeah,
There's a rumor that she is low down, but I don't
What does that
believe it.
mean?
I looked it up. I looked up Urban Dictionary.
I
Tried
went
look
to
up-
Urban Dictionary and what did you get? I got nothing.
I got a definition from 2004 that said like
Okay.
lowdown, like the same way that we all use it. Like if I said to you guys, "Hey guys, what's the lowdown in this episode?" Like you'd
Yeah.
just give me the information,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that's the only definition I could think of lowdown. And I'm
So
like,
they're saying. So he's
What's it
saying that
referring
she
to?
is. Oh, she is. How? What's up? What?
There's a rumor. There's a rumor.
rumor going around
He's
that
got
she's
information.
Yeah.
that she's got information, but I don't believe that. No.
She's also like
Oh,
7
that-
feet tall. If
very
it's the one that I'm thinking of in the video.
I can't. Okay. Well,
Alright,
let's
hang on.
get to the. Let's,
We got
I think we've mentioned
Okay,
every line in
alright.
the song.
Yeah.
No. There's the main line that we need to discuss.
Okay.
Well, the main word. Use.
Yes.
YOUS.
Apostrophe
Damn.
SE.
Use a sexy bitch. Like,
Yeah.
God.
If
Like they
it's,
wrote that down.
Who's
Official
approving
lyrics.
this?
Mm.
Official lyrics.
Who
Yeah.
did, like right at the
Who-
beginning of
who
the
approved it?
process?
Well, you had the guy that was on angel dust. You've got the guy that was smoking crack. You've got the guy doing straight cocaine. The junkie who's shooting up. You've got
listening
Mr.
public.
Meth. You've got Speed Freak Joe. Where else? Where else can we go here? We got bloody prescription pill Pete.
You got
And-
Druggo David.
Yeah, that's who. That's who's approving it. They're the
Right.
people in the room.
And
And
Terry
would-
Lynn, who submitted the lyrics to azlyrics.com. Thanks, Terry Lynn.
and would you believe it?
God.
Use is actually approved by the Oxford Dictionary.
Yeah, well, you know
Well,
what?
I've lost all respect.
Yeah.
This
I'm going
You know
to
what?
be
Fuck Oxford.
disrespectful
Fuck
to
'em.
the Oxford Dictionary.
yeah. This song is like helping me live up to being on this podcast because this makes me want to die. This is out there in the world, people enjoying it. It's making money. I don't think I want to be alive. It's fucking terrible. David Guetta and Akon.
Yeah. Well,
He's come a long way since Lonely.
Oh, we're gonna do that song too.
Lonely. He's like, you know what? I'm not lonely anymore. You're a sexy bitch. Let's fucking get down. Let's go.
No.
So we
Not you're a sexy bitch.
Use a
Use-
sexy bitch.
User.
Who's a sexy bitch? Use it.
so we already discussed how many songwriters and producers there were to actually put this piece of shit together, and that it was written in one night. Which they boast about this being like it's an amazing thing. It's like Black Sabbath, writing like Paranoid in one night. It's just it's just like we wrote this in one night.
Drug fueled
One.
night.
Cool, man.
What's crazy is this is Guetta's highest selling song in the US.
I can't stand him.
And so I looked into the background of these who these people were, these junkies in the room. And first one is Sandy V.
The
Yeah,
only
let's
one
talk
with a
about Sandy
Wikipedia
V.
link.
So Sandy V went on to co-produce Katy Perry's Firework.
Oh, right.
So hadn't done Firework yet, but without Sexy Bitch, there might not be a Firework.
Or a Rihanna.
So this might, this might need to come into your which isn't even so much about the firework, but is more about what's the
Katy Perry's boobs.
what's the Seth Rogen and movie the North Korea one, The Interview, is it?
Oh, the interview.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
you know, where they sing fireworks.
Yeah.
Kim
Yeah,
Jong Un. That's how he gets him to break down in the final thing. He starts singing firework to him. Yeah. So that's more so. Yeah, the boob, not the boobs.
Well, I thought
and that,
when you were
and
saying that, I thought you were referring to like in the film clip. I'm sure they shoot fireworks from her boobs.
They do, yeah.
And just to segue slightly that song, imagine being one of the writers on that song and like.
Well, we have discussed the whole Katy Perry thing. I think we discussed this with Pop a Bottle, Fill Me Up.
Yeah.
Of
Fucking
using
piece of
the using the whole like innuendos of being sexy, but and then you just shoot firecrackers out your tits.
Yeah.
You can just imagine that being like the Jack Black in School of Rock, and he's like, chimes, Freddie, chimes coming. And he's like, fireworks come flying out of your tits.
CD director, it's all sweaty. So Sandy V had something to do with it. I didn't bother really looking into the other people.
Well, like I said, Sandy V was the only one. Sandy V was
the
the only one with a hyperlink of the 5.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay. And I also I thought this was great. The Sri Lankan government prohibited Akon from entering Sri Lanka due to a Buddha statue being in this film clip.
What?
Yeah.
Comment something about like twerking on the Buddha statue.
Yeah, so I looked into the whole Buddha statue thing, and he's like, I'm a religious man myself, and there's no way I would ever do anything to hurt anyone's religion or whatever. I'm like, dude, that thing is like fucking huge. How did you not see that statue? It's fucking massive.
So high.
Well, actually, I found the comment. Actually, it's Steve Kyle. This was only 2 weeks ago. I feel sorry for Sri Lanka when the girl twerked near the Buddha statue.
I felt like I was getting like a second-hand buzz off the film clip with the amount of coke that must have just been through the like particles of the air.
Do you feel like you got thrown in the pool
fog.
5 or 6 times?
By Akon?
By everyone.
That fucking guy was just picking people up and launching them like it was his show from 2008.
I actually felt the opposite effect from the film clip. I thought the film clip. Well, I was listening
very
to
sobering.
Quite a low volume, and I was watching it and just feeling so underwhelmed by the whole thing because the song is real shit at low volumes. Like it does nothing. You know when like people are like, oh, if your song's good if you listen to it at low volume, it sounds great. It sounds fucking awful. And the music video is just like, yeah, let's fucking do drugs and swim in pools without our consent.
I found that it was it's awkwardly sparse.
Yeah, it's because they're paying like it's not that I would put every dollar I have on this next statement. Like that's not an organic party. It's paid for. Like every single person that's getting paid. You know, and that's the thing. Like if you're, I don't know, throw like a real rock star out there at me, like someone that's like known for notoriously crazy.
Tommy Lee.
All right, so Tommy Lee.
Bono.
Now, Tommy Lee, he's not paying anyone to be in a film clip.
Nah,
you know what I mean? He just fucking tells people, "Oi, come over. We're doing a film clip." People are banging down the doors like that. Yeah. You know, that's the opposite in this case. You got David Dickhead Guetta and Akon partying with a bunch of supermodels they've never met, and dudes who got paid a shitload to be there and pretend to be David Guetta's friend.
Well, how'd they get David Guetta to be the least cool person in the?
That's what.
So that's what That's what I was thinking. I was like, what did I say here? I said, yeah. So David Guetta was the number one DJ in 2011. He was voted the number one DJ in the world, having sold 9 million albums and 30 million singles. But from this music video, I came to the conclusion that much like Bill Gates, it couldn't earn him the right to good style.
No, it's
he just does
he
not
seems
sit
like the
there at
nerdy
all.
dude that no one wants anything to do with at the party, except they're forcing everyone to be his friend.
It's his party, so yeah.
It's his party, so you know.
Some guy gets denied entry to the party. Like at some point, everyone's getting let in, and
there's actually a security guard with an earpiece.
Yeah,
it was actually David Guetta himself. He's like, "No, dude, this is my house. Like, please let me in."
I can't work out why that guy got denied entry. Like, like there's a lot of
it's
people.
because he didn't have the neighborhood whore with him.
Yeah.
She's got a clipboard
Because when
too.
when the neighborhood whore turned up and kisses the guy on the
that's
cheek,
right.
he gets in, but his other mates don't get in, and they basically continue to jump fences all through the film clip until they're in. I don't know how many fences.
It's not a big
he's
backyard.
got around his compound, but it seems like they cut every 15 seconds to two lads just jumping a fence.
He was unfortunately the 101st person to arrive, and they had to cut it off at 100 because coronavirus was thriving in the area.
Yeah.
Did anyone have a little chuckle when the bit with Akon underwater singing the lyrics and just imagine him going?
Well, that was the vocal effect. I feel like that's a little. It's like a visual of what you're hearing because the vocal effect itself sounds like when you've got an amplifier and it's on like tremolo or vibrato, and the volume's going in and out, and you're like, oh, it hurts my ears to listen to.
I think that's Akon's natural voice.
Yeah.
I think that's what I think that's what his voice actually is.
You can't sing underwater. And
look, it's hard. It is hard.
Dan, I think I think you're wrong with the whole they're being paid to party because it was set in Ibiza.
Yeah.
And Swindon, England.
Yeah,
there's a plane ticket at the start.
If anyone's been to Swindon, fucking, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's not a pizza.
No.
No. I mean, the Venga boys ruined that for everyone, but what are you gonna do? So
what about the fact that the whole song is about one woman who is, quote, a sexy bitch, and
it
starts with him on a bed with about 50 photos of him with other girls.
No, actually, there are two versions of this video. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Oh no.
They're very similar. It's almost the same video.
One with David Guetta and one without.
But basically, what's happening in the first video is there's two girls on the bed, and Akon's passed out, and they're taking photos with a Polaroid around him, effectively date raping Akon.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, why is he laying there with all these photos? Like, he's not a faithful
No one talks
dude.
about this. This is.
It's deeper than you.
We won't go there, but anyway.
Far deeper.
Well, I was curious if it was like one of these like is it like a memento style thing? Like he has to take Polaroids so he can remember all of his conquests from all the sexy bitches, or is it a
Damn, he was a sexy bitch.
We didn't really get a close up of these photos. I don't know if it's more like down that darker serial killer route.
Yeah,
like
I tried pausing on the shots of the photos just to see what the photos were of. Like if it was photos of girls that didn't know they were being photoed. I'm pretty convinced it was.
I totally thought she's written on the mirror with lipstick, "Find me at pool party."
Yeah.
I missed the T, and I thought it said, "Find me a pool party." Like,
he's a demanding.
He's just demands
woman. She gets
ransom.
up.
Damn, I don't even remember you.
or even "Find me at pool party" is funny because there might be heaps going on at the time.
It is a pizza. Like, there's probably a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So, sorry, like, this song's called Sexy Bitch, right?
Mm.
You've got Akon who's been raped, and now someone's written a ransom note on his mirror, and now he's going there to try and find who's harassed him, who's made him feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Do we ever find out?
Nah, and that explains why he's throwing people in the pool. He is pissed off. He's like, who the fuck took photos of me when I was asleep? He's like, was it you, Guetta? Was it you? And then that's why he
picks him up. Yeah,
he's underwater screaming at anyone that might be underwater.
Yeah. We'd never find out who the neighborhood whore is.
No, that's the biggest mystery of it all.
The
biggest mystery of it all.
It is a mystery.
How did David Guetta get let into the party and that other guy didn't? Like, Guetta's the dorkiest geek there is, and he somehow got it.
It's his, because it was his house.
Well, why did he have to get let in then? Why wouldn't he just already be there?
Because you got to make an entrance.
He's like, everyone get here at 12. I'm going to leave. I'll be back. I don't want to be here when you get here. I want you to be
in the bathroom. Locked in the bathroom for 45 minutes. Yeah. Makes an entry.
And all those handshakes, they look so... they're not organic. Nothing about
You
it.
had what 70 to 80 just chicks in bikinis. No one went. So which one's the sexy bitch? Like in the film clip, like
probably all thought
this
they
song's
were.
about a sexy. Song's
Yeah.
about a sexy bitch. So one of you has to be the sexy bitch because we've set up this whole story about he's been raped. Now they've written on the mirror, and now he's looking for the rapist. So who's that? And they never, not like no one thought about it at the end, which then comes back to my binge theory of just by the end, halfway through this film clip, everyone was just so out of their mind
Haunted.
that they just went, all right, just jump in the pool. That's a wrap. That's a wrap.
They're like, and Akon's like, whoa. Can I sing underwater? They're like, oh yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah.
Then that, but
just once.
you notice it must have just done one take because there's only like one scene with him under the water singing.
I swear
Like,
it's like the
there's
same three
we
people
have no
jumping
way
in
to
the pool
dry
over and
you
over
once
again.
you get out.
Yeah. It's always the same people. There's also the sexy bitch. The whole who is it is actually the proof is in the lyrics. There appears to be 19 women at the party at least.
Okay.
And he does say the words "sexy bitch" 19 times in the song, so he's probably just trying to talk to all of them at once, in the hope that one of them will return the favor.
But the
Hey,
okay,
you're
but
a
then
sexy bitch. You're a sexy bitch.
but then but instead he gets distracted by Guetta,
Yeah.
and it seems like it's all
Yeah.
and it's all about
He's
him.
confused.
Wait, hold on,
Sexually
hold on,
confused.
hold on.
Chibbs, come on.
I think I just figured it out.
It's Guetta.
Guetta's the whore.
Also, the better music video is the one that I was trying to mention before with Bev. Was the one where they're playing it on Lopez, and it's the first live performance in the US, and it's Guetta up the back with two like 12-inch fold-back speakers on tripods. And he's had so many drugs that he can't get his arms below his head. He's not even touching the decks. And Akon's microphone is like the driest signal you've ever heard over the top of the track, and it's just
Great.
awful. And he's
Great.
he's gone to Harris Scarf the day before and got his outfit. You seriously need to see this. It's Lopez, sexy bitch or whatever it's called.
I'll put a
and he
link
got-
to it in
yeah.
the show notes.
And 5 minutes prior, I
just in
reckon he
case
had a
you-
meeting with Rick Astley on how to dance. Because it's fucking awful, eh?
I've got a bit more to the puzzle too. I just figured it out as I was watching the video.
Okay.
I was watching the alternate video just then. At the start, Akon is passed out shirtless. At the end of the original video, he's passed out again, but wearing a singlet. So the cycle continues.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. It's like Groundhog Day, but for rape.
Yeah.
Every day is exactly the same.
This explains.
Oh dear God.
This explains Akon's famous song "Lonely."
Yeah. Well,
At the beginning and end of each day.
this won't be the
He's
first
lonely.
time we ever mention Akon's name on this podcast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nah.
yeah.
We
He,
shall
So, the reception here, David Balls, he offered a less optimistic view of this song, calling it a throwaway affair with a sell-by date to arrival of a pint of milk.
Whoa.
So this song's good for about a week.
Guess what, David Balls? MDR 4 months ago was still listening to this UN 2020.
Who else in quarantine
I like-
listening right now?
Who's dancing
like this
solo
one.
in the room to this in 2020 COVID?
Yeah.
Psychopath. Lyndall Martin of Pop Matters commented, "The final product makes you wonder just how sexy this bitch actually is."
yeah, you're gonna wonder.
All right. So, if you want to take a guess, who's worth more, Akon or Guetta
Oh,
today?
got to be Guetta, but
Get her.
it's because he's pandering to idiots.
I think it's Akon.
False.
And there's more,
False.
there's more
Yes.
idiots in the world
It's
than anyone
Akon.
else.
It's Akon.
No way.
Akon is worth $80 million US.
How?
Guetta's worth $75 million US. I will tell you how, because this is fucking crazy shit.
It's because he bought his own
Akon-
fucking city, isn't it?
Look, pretty much.
Yeah.
Look, Akon started Convict Music, a record label which launched Lady Gaga and T-Pain's careers.
Oh God! So
Fucking hell.
He's still receiving some sweet Gaga money.
yeah,
He was the first solo artist to hold both the number 1 and number 2 spots simultaneously on the Billboard Hot 100 twice. First person.
Fucking hell.
Akon owns a diamond mine in South Africa.
that's probably where most of his money is, though.
Here's the thing: he denies he denies the existence of blood diamonds, also known as conflict diamonds, saying, "I don't believe in conflict diamonds. That's it. That's all he gives you."
Oh,
Ask anyone
well,
for
then
my
they must
diamond
be
mine.
right.
It's
You know what he honestly said was, no one was asking about blood diamonds till they made that movie about it. But the movie was shining light on the blood diamond
Yeah.
thing.
It's like
everyone
killing
needs to
someone.
start talking about this.
It's like killing someone and then someone inquiring, going, "Did you just kill that person?" And you go, "No, I don't believe in murder." It's like, but you did just stab them, right? And you're like, how could I? I don't believe in stabbing people to death.
Dude, Akon doesn't
Yeah,
believe the
don't believe
Buddha
like-
statue was in that video.
Pretty
clip,
good
so-
argument.
No, that's all right. In October 2018, Akon received media coverage for his serious consideration in running for president of the United States in the 2020 election.
Is that this one coming up?
Akon
feel like
2020.
all the
yeah.
Yeah,
people,
I'd vote for
like-
him over what we got.
Yeah,
I don't know.
all
Akon
the
and
opposition,
his blood diamonds.
all the opposite party has to do to run against him is just be like, maybe even make a video that's pro Akon, but like use his actual quote and just be like, vote 1 for Akon, and then in brackets, the guy who says use a sexy bitch. Like, no one that says that is going to run America.
Is that worse than grab her by the pussy, though? I don't think so.
No, it's not. It's not. That.
It's not, is it?
There's no
Use
hope.
a sexy bitch. Akon is a candidate for you.
Yeah, if you use a sexy,
Yeah.
If you have trouble trying to find the words to describe this president,
yeah, are you a neighborhood whore?
Yeah. There's always one.
So
stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
I do like this. This is a great thing. Just some background on Akon. Look, once I went down this Akon rabbit hole, like,
Oh, God.
there's just so many crackers in there. So he stated that he was part of an auto theft ring and spent 4 years in prison from 1999 to 2002. However, in April 2008, the Smoking Gun website challenged this claim with court records and interviews with detectives involved in Akon case concluding that he was not convicted of any crime and did not serve time in prison. Akon responded to the report by saying he never spent 3 years in prison, but had many shorter sentences that added up to 3 years.
Ah.
Like, so specific. Like, yeah, from 99 to 2002, I was in prison. It's like, no, you weren't. Oh, no, I wasn't. But I've been in the jail heaps of times, and if you added them all up and made that from 99 to 2002, that it's legit. It makes sense.
It's like my granddad saying
It's not
he's a
our prison
millionaire.
problem.
It's like, well, you probably earned a total of $1 million, but
Spent here.
I don't know. Right now you're asking me
Yeah.
for 50 cents. So
I know. So this guy's like, I don't believe in conflict diamonds, and well, I did go to jail for 3 years, but just over a very long period of time in very short bursts.
Yeah. Somehow I'm like, he's got away with words, and somehow I'm not surprised at use a sexy bitch anymore.
So him in 2018 saying he wants to run for president, it does sort of draw similarities to the current president of the United States, that in April 2007, Akon drew criticism for an onstage act which included simulated sex with Dana Eileen, who was 15 at the time, and who is the daughter of a pastor and the sister of Crime Watch host Ian Eileen. If you were going to fake hump someone, he picked the wrong person to fake hump, and he pulled her out of the crowd to hump her. And then it's like, oh, he hosts Her granddad's a pastor, dad's a Crime Watch TV host.
Hmm.
Yeah,
You lucked out.
bad call.
What
He
do you
also,
do when she's a sexy bitch you can't control.
well, he was overexcited.
Stop what you're doing.
And then there was the whole thing of, do you remember this thing of like he pulled someone out of the crowd and got them up on their shoulders and was like dancing around with them. This was like, I think the same year, 2007. He was on fire, and then he launched that person into the crowd, and it looked like that person was like never walked again. Like I remember it being a thing, like a video that went around, and it was like, "Fuck, Akon has lost his shit." Like he's apparently the whole thing was a publicity stunt, and he knew the person. He had a whole thing set up to pull that person in the crowd.
The person was a trained acrobatic.
Yeah, and then swing them around to and throw them to the crowd. But he was still charged with endangering the welfare of a minor.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Just can't keep.
That's where he got his
stay out
skill
of trouble.
throwing
Akon.
David in the pool.
He makes bad
that's
choices.
out of trouble. Still worth $80 million.
Yeah, fuck. Good on him.
Yeah.
Good on him, I say.
Good on him. Okay, so the legacy of Sexy Bitch. Should I tell you all the countries that this song went to #1 and multiple times platinum in?
I'd love to.
I know there's 6 countries, and I know one of them is just going to disappoint me, but I'm not going to be surprised.
I know. Austria, Belgium, Canada, Czech Republic, France, Germany, Hungary, Israel, Luxembourg, Poland, the UK, and the US, and of course, as always, New Zealand and Australia.
Surrounded by idiots.
Yeah.
4 times platinum in Australia.
I
Do you
feel
reckon if
like
you went door to door and just asked people if they bought this song or like downloaded it?
yeah.
No one's done that.
Look, honestly,
It's
when
definitely
this
on my iPod
came up
shuffle.
when this came up on our chat as a song to do, I was like, I don't know that song, but I'm sure it's bad because it's Guetta and Akon. But the second the chorus kicked in, I'm like, oh yeah, I know this song. Yeah. It's a catchy chorus.
Oh, it's catchy. But the
It's
thing
undeniable.
is,
I was
catchy
getting prepped for
is
this
not-
podcast. I kept walking around the house going, "Damn."
You see yourself
Also,
in the mirror.
Scientifically, part of the reason why I think you did that, Bev, is because it was recorded at 130 BPM, which, as we all know, is a very common electro house beat, and it's also the beat that
hit.
the average human jumps comfortably to. So,
Yes, I was jumping comfortably a minute before we started this, so
yes,
that makes sense.
I'm glad that you were getting some blood flowing.
Yeah.
And funnily enough,
Okay.
I have
Yeah,
the song
you're an
"Day
active
and Night" by
bitch.
Kid Cudi stuck in my head too, so I feel like it's the same. It's got the same thing, but anyway, we'll talk about it later.
Later. Okay, so how many sexy bitches out of 10 do you give this? 10 being, it's so sexy that you just have to throw yourself off a cliff into a sea of Polaroid
You want to be
photos.
thrown off
Pool, you mean?
into a pool by Akon. Full of
You just want
sharks.
Akon to just throw you in that pool and just hold you under until
Yeah.
you see the light. 0 being, this is amazing and it shouldn't be on the list.
Yeah.
Bevo, how many sexy bitches do you give it?
I'm floating but in the pool.
Between 4 and 4, or
Bing, 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 bing.
Okay.
you guys, I'm gonna.
I want to hear a Chibbs version of the Crazy Frog. Like
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
do it.
no processing on the vocal, just Chibbs.
It'll be as dry as Akon's live vocal.
Yeah, thank you.
and as dry
As
as David
dry
Guetta's
as a
personal
sandy
friend
V.
life.
Right,
It's a
wrap
10.
it up,
It's a-
boys.
Thanks, Bevo. A 10. We got a 10.
It's a 10.
Bevo's throwing 10s
You're
out
kidding.
left and right.
I was floating
Right.
between a 9 and a 10, but
This is fuck.
The-
You
the fact
guys have got to you've got to warn me before you do 10s because we need to agree on a 10's so significantly bad. We
Let
need
me-
to
let me-
all agree on a
let
10.
let me talk my
So-
way through the 10, though.
Okay.
One verse, 5 songwriters.
Yeah.
You,
Terrible.
what you're saying here is in an interrogation process, say in Guantanamo
Here
Bay,
you go.
and you're hooded. You're kept in a crate for 23 hours a day,
Regular Friday
And-
night for me.
and then they
Oh, you kink it.
they let you out, but only with sexy bitch blasting at just deafening.
Mm.
So much so that your ears just ring for another 23 hours, and then the only 24 hours you get, complete darkness. Every 24 hours you get 1 hour, but it's sexy bitch blasted. You just have the will to hold your breath long enough to kill yourself. That's a 10.
That's a
That's
10.
what a 10
Yep,
is.
yep, I'll give it that.
Oh my
Sticking
god,
with
Bev.
10.
He's
Sticking with
it.
10. Okay, Dan Southern, how many sexy bitches?
Well, I'm glad that we just cleared up what 10 actually means.
Yeah, 'cause that's a 10.
Yeah.
So for Bevo, that's pop a bottle, fill me up.
Yeah.
And this.
Yeah.
Might get on the comment section. In a
I think he
second.
just wants to die.
Did you comment? Did you comment on this on Bev?
Not yet. I'm about to.
Yeah,
I'm
except
actually-
the
as we
comments.
speak.
Who's listening in 2020?
As we speak. Damn, this is a piece of shit.
Very good. Except people aren't going to read it with the same flow.
Maybe
Because
I'll
they're
try
dumb.
and- I'll try and find the words
Yeah.
to describe this song without being disrespectful.
That's good.
60 bitches.
Look,
60 bitches.
I'm glad that we worked out what a 10 is because
Yep.
I've absolutely 100% going to give this a 10 as well. First 10. First 10. Sorry, Zav. Yeah, man. I want to be dead. I've got a lot to live for in my life. A lot of good things going on.
Not this.
A lot of promise for me. A lot of potential.
But this kills all will.
Yeah.
This
All will to
destroys any will to live. I don't want to be alive anymore after this song. I want to be in the flames of Mordor, burning like that ring. I wanna burn
Like Gollum.
like Gollum. Yeah, that would give
You
me. Sweet...
saw the peace in Gollum's eyes as he fell
Yeah.
into the volcano.
I want the sweet peace of death. I want it. I need it. I don't want to hear this song. I fucking hate it. 10, 10, 11.
Zav, how many sexy bitches do you give
I
it?
don't want to say it.
Zav loves it.
Zav loves it.
Loves it. You're gonna
He
eat.
loves it
Oh,
so
this,
much.
Zav.
This song is fucking not that bad. What the fuck is wrong with you? I give it a Bev Crazy Frog. I give it a 4. I think it's good. I think it's not that bad. Fuck, you guys are fucked.
Every time I think the average score is going to tip this over the top, there's always.
I'm not letting this go to like the top of the shit list because it's fucking not that shit.
What's the shittest song so far, Chibbs?
Life.
That song is
That's
worse
right.
than this song.
Yeah.
I would listen
Who the
to
fuck
Life in
wants
that
to
terrorist.
make Ghost and fucking Most? Fuck off.
I'd have the hood on and Life would come on and I'd just go, ah.
Ah, life. Oh, life. Actually would be a fairly positive song to get at that time.
I start thinking about Toast.
Yeah.
Ghosts, parks.
You're gonna be a ghost soon.
Yeah.
Chips, what are you going?
I give it a 9.
Oh, fuck. Completely outvoted it.
I think we have our new favourite.
And I'm only not giving it a 10 because I think the hook is actually catchy.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Yeah, it's catchy, but
Yeah.
it's definitely catchy. But that
And look, I've got a soft spot for anything that rhymes before with Paul.
You don't get to agree with anything anymore. You fucking give it a 10. This is either the fucking worst song you ever heard. Or
no,
it's
it
not.
is. It
You know
is.
what else is
but,
catchy?
like,
Syphilis.
yeah. This is what I was just getting at. There's a lot of bad things that are catchy. Just because something's catchy doesn't make it good.
But that's why I'm not giving it a 10. I'm giving it a 9. Because I'm saving a 10 for something that I've got just... I know what my 10 is.
Yeah, me too.
I know what my fucking 10 is. And it's not this. It's not this.
I reckon you and I have the same
Akon's
10
got,
chips.
Akon's got a,
You and I have 100%
Akon's got a
got the same
diamond
10.
mine. Akon's got a diamond mine, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
All right. Let's leave it there. Hey, make sure you follow us at all the socials, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is at 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die. You can also jump on our new website, www.1001songsthatmakeyouwanttodie.com, and check out our updated shit list. All the episodes are up there as well, and we've also got merch that you can buy. Most important of all is to make sure you follow, subscribe, and review the podcast, whatever platform you're using, and help us grow this bad boy, and make sure people really just know how shit some songs really are.
Yeah, they need to know. Let's get the word out.
They should know. It's a community service.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, fellas.
Bye.
Right, yeah. Goodbye.
Later.
Ring, 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 ding, 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 ding.
Hi everyone, it's Dan here from 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die. I'm here today to let you know that our podcast is now available on Patreon. That's right, for as little as $2 a month, you can now support this podcast rather than listen to it for free, effectively stealing the food out of the mouths of our starving children. There's one of them now. So why not join us on Patreon? You get bonus stuff each month, and you can even be a guest on the podcast if you want. Now, doesn't that sound better than making our poor children starve? Oh, kids are great, aren't they? Anyway, on with today's episode.